we'd like to welcome Jon Montgomery back to CP24 Breakfast. Jon, I love the idea of this show, especially in this moment that we're experiencing right now, which is Canadian Pride, elbows up. You got to go around the country, not on a race, but I guess on a kind of a culinary journey. Tell us more about this show.
Well, we're proud to launch today on YouTube, June 26th. You can go and check out the first couple episodes online, and it's a tour de force. We are, I guess, traveling the country through a docu-style series, charting the stories behind the brands that we see on our shelves every day. And when we can attach a story to a product, maybe we'll inspire people to look for that maple leaf and support their Canadian brothers and sisters.
Yeah, there's a ton of Canadian brands that you're highlighting. Bee Made Honey, Dare Foods, Bear Paws, Heinz Ketchup, Highliner Foods, Kawartha Dairy, which I'm a huge fan of because everyone in my house eats ice cream. What did you find most fascinating about incorporating some of these products, ingredients, into the recipes that were being made in some of these episodes?
They're brands that we've grown up with. We've seen them in our pantries, on our shelves, but when we learn the stories behind the brands, it just shines a whole new light on the interconnectedness of this country with the food that's on our table. And I was blown away by the backstories, you know, the 125-year-old backstory for how a fish company came to be and evolved through the years, the devastation of loss and fires and the connectedness of communities and the can-do, I guess, capacity of mom and pop type operations. All of these stories, from collectives to produced food here in Canada, grown by Canadian farmers, it's all in the stories. And those are the most compelling aspect of the entire show. The recipes interconnect it, give us that savory little bit to chew on, to marinate on, to connect time and place with how we feel about the stories that we've just heard. And it's a great means and vehicle by which to tell Canadian stories. Yeah, and I see that, you know, with this show, it's designed to be kind of experienced socially first, but it also presents these stunning visuals of all the beautiful food that's created and recipes as well. So people can actually learn how to cook some of these dishes and incorporate these Canadian products into their recipes, correct? Absolutely. We got to fuel the body and the brain with good old Canadian inputs. And that's what this is. And maybe a recipe that has been reimagined in a really fun Canadiana way. And it's about storytelling around the table, about connecting as individuals and families with the food that comes from this land. And we're hoping that this series shines that spotlight on these Canadian producers and brands and inspires people to have fun, to connect with family, and to dig into the Canadian products that are in our grocery stores and to make that informed choice to support Canadian brands. Yeah, what better way to support local than to eat local? Jon, did you have a favorite recipe or dish from these episodes, from these foods that you made? Maybe. You know, I've got kind of a sweet tooth, so the ones that are measuring up on the dessert aspect of things, good Lord, what's going on behind me? Children streaming out of rooms. It's 6 a.m. here on the West Coast. We're camping. That was my son. That's inappropriate. He's going to have a conversation with Dad later about this. He knows what he's doing. But the desserts were what was measuring up for me. Yeah, okay, Bear Paws away. I know there's a delicious Bear Paws tiramisu tort that we can't wait to check it out. Hey, Jon, you're a busy dad. Get to your son. I think he's hungry. He's going for the kitchen. Feed him something. And Jon, congrats on this show. We'll talk soon. Take care. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Thanks for having me.